Hello and welcome to the first episode of N.A.A, which is N.A.A. It stands for Not an Abbreviation. Today we will be discussing theories, any type of theories, conspiracy theories, philosophical theories of any sort of any kind. Today I have two guests with me. They will most likely be here for most of them. So I would like to introduce you to up here, as you can see, I've got the wee camera here. Up here, you will see we have the Great Connor.
The great. There's nothing great about you.
Hello. Good evening.
Love you, babes.
Alright, and over here, this one is
Came out of juvie.
looking straight out of juvie. This one is Matthew, also known as the Rampant Sloth.
Yeah, that's really like man.
So
Go ahead.
now
Probably worse.
we're going to talk about these theories in general. Is there anyone that you wish to start to begin with?
I think to start off with, I think before we were talking, we were discussing different topics to talk about, just for a starter, and I brought up the Chippy Theses, and you had said you couldn't remember the Chippy Theses.
It's a very
So,
classic one.
To start off, I'll go over it. It's if you have a ship, this wooden ship, and it gets destroyed and rotted over time. So over time,
Shit, yeah.
yeah.
I know what that is.
Yeah, so
that-
if you
that's
replace-
what that
If,
was
if,
as-
if you don't
yeah.
know it,
If you
then if the hull rots away, you replace the hull, and then the mast, and then eventually you've replaced the whole ship. Is it the same ship? I personally believe.
well, the
No.
main question then is once if you
crew.
the main question I think then is that the extended part of it is you gather up the old bits that you've tossed away and then rebuild
You
it.
can
Rebuild it.
rebuild
Which one's the
true
real
ship
ship of Theseus?
I guess the original, but the crew's in the other one, so it would be a mixed match crew. So I think in my opinion, there it's impossible to have a true ship of Theses. As soon as you start.
So so you're saying there's either
There's
there's
so-
either
There's
no
either one,
none.
There's either one or there's none.
You're saying there's one or there's none.
There's one to start off with, but as soon
Right.
as you start replacing stuff, there's none. No original.
Okay. I was
No,
thinking
so-
there's either none or two. Because none of them are the exact. None of them are the thing at the beginning.
Yeah.
But by the end, you have two. One's the exact original, one's the upgraded new version. They both bear the same name, but none of them are the original one.
I
the
would-
original
I
one.
would say the repaired one would be, because the soul of the ship would be in the repaired one. So
Would it?
What the ship stands for?
But you've rebuilt the first one.
But technically, it would be the same ship because the memories of said ship would
Will
be
still carry on.
attached to the repaired ship.
Yeah.
So technically, if you want to go that way, the repaired one would still be the same ship.
I guess.
I understand where you're coming from. I do like it.
Well, I'm guessing like in the navigational sense, it depends on which ship has the fucking nameplate on the back.
Yeah, well, I guess which one's got the nameplate and the bell.
Uh,
Bell's important.
Bell's
A lot
important.
of
Bell's
days.
important. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, back then I don't think they would have had a bell. They probably would have just drums and oars.
Nah, probably would have been, yeah.
Well, yeah, I just still think that that's not the. I would like to agree with you, but part of me says that that's not true. But it's also the same thing. Like, see, like I saw this video earlier today. It's about the ship of Theseus, but it's also like, if you want to put a sci-fi spin onto it, transporters. But they scan you down to the atom or whatever. They turn you into energy, fly you all the way across the other end, and then reassemble it at the other end. Can you be definitely sure that the other end is you? Or did you just, when you got disassembled, did you die?
No, I'd say you're still you.
The
And-
memories and the,
Because if you.
But it's
st-
not
if
technically, but it's not the same, it's not even got the
Because-
same original atoms.
I think now we're going to end up getting into something kind of deeper because we're going to start getting into like how do they know that you are alive by saying this, like because if I was going to come ahead and I think you were coming with the same point, like you've got your memories and that's what makes you.
Mm.
Your memories, your beliefs, what you stand for. And
But if that can be replicated in a sense by this new creature, in a sense, on the other end,
then now you're just going into cloning.
yeah,
it becomes cloning.
exactly. Well, is it? Because the cloning is
Cloning becomes mental because apparently Dolly the sheep, that was a big thing.
aye
Like
back in the 90s.
They took Dolly back to a field where like the original Dolly
Aye.
spent time. I don't know if it was still called Dolly, like the original one.
The original was still Dolly, and I think so. They're both called Dolly.
Well, they took it back to field, and it knew its. I know it sounds strange, but it knew like with the
Its
best
surroundings.
Yeah, it knew its way about, and it wasn't freaked out or anything. So, I think we're getting into cloning.
I guess.
So, which is a nice transition then into
What, Star Wars?
dinosaurs.
Oh, what
Like,
Jurassic
if
Park?
we could
Jump
get
through dinosaurs.
because cloning, if you could clone, because woolly mammoths,
They are coming.
could possibly
Yeah, we've spliced elephant DNA with mammoth DNA to get somewhat
So
of a
do
woolly
you
mammoth.
think it's a good idea to bring
It's not
back?
mammal though.
Well,
could,
no.
Could we, if we could bring them back? Do you think we should bring back dinosaurs?
I don't think they would survive.
Where
If
you
we
gonna
did.
put them?
I guess it would need to be like.
It would have to be like one of those remote private islands,
It
obviously.
would have to be
Well, don't build
something.
in the Jurassic Park.
Nah, not
But
Jurassic
where
Park.
else are you gonna put them?
I think you would have to
Don't
have.
make them.
Set, I think
Yeah,
you
I'm
need
saying
to
don't make. I'm saying don't make
set
them.
up-
But if you were,
think
where
you-
else are you gonna put them?
You'd probably have to set up a private reserve, kind of
Oh,
like
exactly.
these, protective reserves in like Africa and that for more endangered species.
Aye.
I don't believe that you should make dinosaurs, especially now we don't have the technology. I think we should do more stuff like the dodo, some more like recent extinct
Well, like
species-
the
creatures like the Tasmanian
tortoise?
tiger, the tortoise. Like, if you can bring back recently extinct, I think we should build a way back.
Right. Okay. But let me
Well,
put
that's
then.
for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to bring. I was going to bring up. They are dead for a reason. Obviously, man is probably the main reason. It's probably the main reason.
What, not dinosaurs.
Not obviously not dinosaurs.
Just they're only good at dodgeball.
Or breathing, evidently.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, wouldn't that not upset like ecosystems if you do bring them back
If you-
and then put them into
If
their
you
native ecosystems?
Ecosystems have always been messed up. If you look at well, how far out do you need to go?
We have one of the most fucked up ecosystems.
Yeah, we do. But
Mm.
see if you go back out, just like to show like and elaborate on your point there. How far do you go out to see like a dead pheasant lying at the side of the road that's been hit by a car? It's not very far, right?
Not very.
no.
We live in Scotland.
Yeah, so
If you
pheasants
can't,
are an Asian bird
Mm.
that should have been imported to be bred and shot.
Mhm.
I think shot. I don't think they were bred just to be sat.
No, they're bred to be.
Obviously-
They're probably bred to be eaten.
Another well-known one was grey squirrels. Which
I
is
just,
just
I just like
My
your.
cousin Mike is right beside
Yeah,
me.
exactly. Your
Which
mic's
is-
right there. They're.
Somebody else is wrong. But no, the grey squirrels obviously that's another one.
Aye.
But they've came over and that's got well out of hand.
Oh, aye.
Where
Like a good story I read was like back in the 1500s. I think it was Cortez or some other Spanish explorer took with him 30 pigs with him over to where I think it was like Middle America or something like that. 2 years later, he began with 30. 2 years later, he came back with 3,000. And
Because I'm not native though.
yeah, they're not native,
Don't go
but the thing is, you can't. He still has the original 3 ships he had, so you can't fit 3,000 pigs on 3 ships.
Yeah.
Ships. So you obviously have to leave them behind, some of them behind, which means that you've now got this potentially half of them, let's say generously, 1,500 of these wild pigs roaming around now, being an invasive species. So if you brought back animals and whatnot, animals or extinct birds or whatever back, would they not now become the invasive species?
They probably would, yeah.
yeah,
'Cause-
thinking that would
Because if you
If they can figure out what they would eat though, because if you bring something back carnivorous like a Smilodon, which is the saber-toothed cat, then chances are that's not going to know.
But where do you?
I'm quite sure that would just
It would attack. It would attack living things, but it wouldn't know what to eat.
yeah, like the social, the structure, the social structure is completely gone.
If you went more simple, like the dodo,
The dodo?
Caribbean winter dodo,
Something,
yeah,
I
so
don't know.
Roughly
I think it was like Caribbean America or something.
Caribbean in Latin
So
America.
there's been
What berries is it going to eat?
Easy hunt to
No, it's been about.
die.
I think it died in the 40s,
I think
50s.
the only thing really that springs to mind that would have a chance would be the Tasmanian tiger. So that wasn't that long, or the Kuwait, the bird.
You would probably find the easiest to
It's just
put
herbivores.
back in is it's a giant turtle hunter.
Giant turtle. All it eats is just grass. Grass or those weird leaf things it eats.
That wasn't too long ago either. So
No.
but like, if you brought like the dodo back, it would be a bit more difficult because even though
It's still eat the berries.
no, but I mean even if it doesn't eat meat, but even so, it's still gonna murk up the ecosystem with the veg and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because that's why they started killing them, was because they were just destroying like plant life because the amount of them.
I think so. I think wasn't it also like
No,
just
they were
they're in.
hunted to extinction to my knowledge. I might be wrong, but I believe.
That's what I was thinking. They were hunted, but I think they were. I think
They
the.
started hunting them because of how much it was like, see, like the
Like,
kangaroo.
were they classified as like vermin or something?
Because they were delicious, but I might be wrong.
It's like the kangaroo. Why the kangaroo's getting hunted? It started just destroying life.
Don't you mean not the emu? Do you mean the emu?
No, the kangaroos.
Kangaroos actually, it's really bad as well.
Is it?
Rural Australia.
Yeah.
I knew the emu was bad. Yeah, they even had a
They
war.
went to war.
They went to war with them.
No, the
Victorious.
kangaroos getting hunted now because it's just destroying farmers' crops and that.
Fair enough.
Because they just like migrate across the country.
I want to know what you do with kangaroo. I mean, I know it's a nice meat. No, I know that. But what do you do with the pelt? Because obviously, speaking as an outdoorsman, you obviously want. You want
companies making hats.
I guess hats. Yeah. Well, because you can make leather out of kangaroo. Yeah.
You can make leather out of any type of skin.
No, but
If it has skin, you can make leather out of it.
no, I know, but I mean more.
Bush hats.
Well, bush hat I've got's probably kangaroo.
That's what they make.
No, probably.
Because it's a most common form of leather over there.
Yeah.
Where we're cows, they're kangaroo.
But no, I was just thinking, it's like the head's a bit small to mount a trophy, and like the pelt isn't probably great for a carpet.
No,
it's
probably it's going to be quite rough. Yeah.
Probably is just like a tan and leather.
The leftover meat, you'll probably find it goes
Meat's
into
nice.
No,
But it just goes to other animals.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Like
the head and that
feed.
will go to like
Yeah.
dogs and stuff. It'll get fired on dog food, cat food, like stuff like that.
Nah.
That
Well,
off topic really. The kangaroo.
I know, we bit off. Right.
Right.
Right. You had some other one you had to brought up or written down.
We've got to go for the most spoke about theory.
We spoke about it, haven't we?
Oh,
Lead us
no,
in, yeah.
is it on your then?
It's got to be flat earth.
I don't get started.
Oh,
It's got to
Don't
be
get me
it.
started.
It's our
I
joke.
don't
don't
understand
I don't
how.
understand. In this day and age, how is it so hard to believe that the dinosaur is
The dinosaur?
the Earth is in the shape of a dinosaur.
Dinosaurs are flat.
I honestly don't get it. What?
The Earth is in the shape of a
We
dinosaur.
have
Like,
photo evidence.
no, it is. Hear me out. Mountains.
Yeah.
What are mountains?
High Earth. Pushed up tectonic
What
plates
are
of
the
Earth.
teeth?
Teeth.
Nah, teeth,
Spot on.
nah,
See, now you get it, right? We're being lied to.
Well, this is our
By
own
NASA.
theory now. This is your own theory now.
I believe it's a dinosaur.
You believe that Earth is a dinosaur.
No.
Well, I'm quite sure you would like. Oh, I can't remember the. I can't.
Dinosaurs?
What happened to the dinosaur?
Yeah, if the Earth is a dinosaur, what happened? Does that mean the dinosaurs still exist?
In the deeper down in the crust.
What, is it whole-
No, they found a space. They made a spaceship and
The-
fucked off.
The moment they're coming.
Either that, or I think. Well, you know what's actually obviously that was a joke, but I think.
Obviously,
I should hope so.
you went. Yeah, it obviously went a joke, and you just went so deep into it.
But if you see if you think about it, right? But this is what messes me up. See if you get like this wee like grey, well I don't know, mirror red, but this wee alien dude, right? 65 million light years away. He's watching the biggest and most catastrophic known to man extinction event right now. 66 million years ago. It recently
65, 6. Aye.
No, it just
Well,
recently changed 66 million years ago.
I'm no paleontologist, but I'll take your word for it. But
I'm
yeah,
a
okay.
paleontologist.
You're not licensed.
I'm not licensed.
Anyways.
I don't have a PhD.
No.
I know my
But
stuff.
yeah, 66 million. 66 million light years away. Yes, they would be seeing the meteor strike.
Yeah.
The
They're
the
not
Yucatan.
watching us.
What was it called? What was the meteor called?
I don't.
Well, hitting the
Daddy.
Yucatan. It hit the Yucatan Peninsula, and you can still see the crater.
Oh yeah.
You can still see it.
Well, is New Mexico City not built on it?
No, it's in
No.
the Yucatan in Mexico.
It's in the
Normal
Yucatan.
Mexico.
Aye.
It's just like
Mexico City, is it not? I'm
No.
saying it, no.
it's, no. You're
That's
thinking there is a crater with a city in it, and not a city.
That's in
town.
Morocco.
I don't know if it is in Morocco.
That was in the movie Spectre.
But
That's in Morocco.
There is
I
one.
thought it was Mexico City.
That's not the one that made the dinosaurs extinct.
No,
Oh,
the one in the Chicaba or something like
Shikaba.
Shikaba, something like that. Meteor, yeah. 66 million years ago, all of them were wiped out. But you're saying they're no.
No.
And you're still they're
Spaceship flying through the
oh
cosmos.
like that those children's books I read, the Space Soars or whatever they're called.
The Spaceosaurs.
Something if I go back up to my parents' house, I can find one of the books. Do you remember those? They had did you ever have those? They had like wee card things in the first page.
I don't remember them, but do you remember the book was Harry and his bucket full of dinosaurs?
The two dinosaur
And
things I remember was Harry
And
I don't have that.
he had this bucket full of plastic dinosaurs, and they keep the life, but only he knew they keep the life, and nobody else.
Okay, so he's on some sort of drugs.
It was like a rip-off Toy Story, it really was.
Yeah, it kind of was.
That sounds like it.
He'd lose his Triceratops, and it'd be a whole thing about how to try and
They
find
made
it.
a TV series of it as
Did
well. Yeah.
I know, I'm not.
I think we've gone a wee bit off topic.
The other dinosaur-related child's thing I remember, Dinosaur King.
Oh,
yeah.
Awesome.
You're gonna be go away.
Oh, careful, I might get copyrighted.
But I think they're not here anymore. They're gone.
Yeah.
The folk that made
What was it,
Dinosaur.
Jetix?
I can't
I
remember.
think it was in Jetix that made it. Oh, it was on Jetix.
They're chilling with Go-Go's somewhere.
Go-Go's were amazing.
Well, back to the flat Earth thing. So I don't understand how people can still think it's a thing.
They proved it
'Cause-
wrong in ancient Greece.
Hero of Alexandria, 2,500 years ago, proved it wrong, and people are still saying it's wrong. Being very stealthy there. I don't understand. Like, have you not? There's this guy on YouTube that makes, like every Friday or something, that he makes a video debunking like multiple flat earthers and whatnot. And
YouTube but thinks Australia's fake.
Oh yeah, I've seen him.
There's people that
it's-
think Finland and Denmark are fake. They're not real.
Yeah.
They say that where is it, New Zealand, when they get a flight to Australia.
Yeah, you land in New Zealand and they're all paid actors to be Australian.
Is that real?
No,
True.
this is real. You go on your phone and Google it right now, and there is a guy, and he's I mean, fair play to the guy. He's so convinced to himself. He's thought about it this way.
He went to Australia and he swears he was in New Zealand.
Oh, no. Here's where he knows he was in New Zealand. That man is like, what's your fair play like?
What's the chances
I mean,
he booked a ticket to New Zealand?
New Zealand's dead.
I've seen this in Lord of the Rings. I'm in the Shire.
Oh God. But
It's a completely different thing in Scotland. The Shire.
Aye.
Big Ayrshire. Ayrshire's Stranraer.
It's not that much different.
nah.
No,
it's
really
not.
There's no magical creatures in
There's
it.
a lot of magical creatures.
Oh, you'll
in the
definitely be
Shire.
able to. They down there they'll give you ingredients to be able to see the magical creatures.
You get them up
Mate,
here.
you just need to go to Dumfries to see them. No offence to your Dumfriesian, but I've been to your Tesco, I know what it's like. The majorities are alright, but you just get that one specimen that lets you away. It just brings you down.
Aye. Oh. Just
KFC.
why?
Woman in the KFC wasn't very nice to me last time I was there. Caught me a cunt.
So she was telling the truth.
Probably. she doesn't know me though.
Out in the KFC in Dumfries.
Aye, just casually.
Get sacked.
Her name was Sharon. No, if there's any Sharons working in KFC Dumfries,
Don't you mean
I'm
Karens?
joking. I don't know.
Don't you mean just Karens?
That's her name.
Karens.
Oh, don't get started.
No,
Karens
Sharon
either.
is a young can.
Sharon!
This isn't Pokemon where they evolve.
She's an Osborne.
It's an evolution.
Sharon!
Just get the hyper the evolution stone.
The evolution stone.
Aye, do you know?
So, is that the one Thanos missed?
Oh.
That's what the right up.
Aye, we just went right off.
There was so much for theories. Yeah, we planned a topic that would.
I'm gonna have to call this "Try Two Theories."
Nah, I could just do it like a lot of other podcasts and just do it one and then names.
Aye.
What about,
Oh, like
uh,
chapters.
Yeah.
I guess.
What about aliens?
Oh well.
Oh, they definitely exist.
No, well, I actually seen something recently that the US government came out and just admitted
but
that it is.
surely
Which-
if that's true, the news would have reported on it. I've not seen any news coverage on that.
Yeah, true.
Well,
they
they brought out the thing of UFO.
no.
Which
They
UFOs
said it was OAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena.
No.
They said
came out-
that was real. They said they were real.
Yeah, UFOs have to be real. Unidentified
Flying object.
flying object.
Yeah,
So,
but
like-
that's
Yeah, the
but.
Russians have found tons of them and shot them down.
Uh-huh.
Aye,
Just so happened to shoot them down and keep them a secret.
aye.
What will tell you about them?
No, they do. The U.S. government said that OAPs were true. We're not talking about pensioners. We're talking about.
So I know they've got a bus pass.
They have bus passes and they're everywhere. No, we're not talking about pensioners. We're talking about like unidentified. Yeah,
OAPs.
yeah.
Oh,
I think it's it's these aerial phenomena as they're calling it now. Old age
Old
people.
age pension,
Woo!
old age people. But no.
Same difference. Isn't it?
Same
No,
difference,
no,
aye.
aliens have to be real. I mean, they definitely are. I mean, we've found bacteria on the moon, so it is
We
real.
found water on the moon. Well, droplets of
droplets.
water.
It's not living though. It's
We don't know if
it's
it is-
organic.
Now there is debate if that's actually
If it-
water from the moon or if it's just like the air condensing
Oh,
on the
yeah.
outside of the ship.
Well, it could just be like ice has hit it and it's like got warm. I don't know. Otherwise,
Yeah, thanks for that science lesson.
yeah, there you go. You got when ice gets warm.
Turns into water.
Turns into
Holy
water.
fuck!
I'll accept my
Thanks,
Nobel Peace
Bill.
Prize now.
Thanks, Bill. I'll never forget that. Oh no. But there's no way that they don't exist. They have to exist.
Oh, it's what one at least like quintillion.
Have you've heard of the Fermi's paradox, right?
The Fermi's paradox.
Fermi's paradox.
It rings a bell.
It's like if there's so many, there's trillions of galaxies with trillions of stars. Each of them have a trillion planets, and whatnot. And there's so many whatever planets. There's so many stars, so many whatnot. How the hell is there not any other
That
life form?
reminds me.
They
Can we,
just don't like us.
Connor, can you explain?
Probably.
Can you explain to me Jim's theory?
Oh,
On
fuck.
can you just explain for the
Jim's theory?
for the people? This is a good one for the people listening at home.
The hell is Jim's
That
theory?
is a-
No, it's not.
You know, come on.
Can you,
We've been
no, on
tasty.
you go, on you
No,
go,
no.
on you go. What's
So-
Jim's theory?
Jim's theory.
You know the Simpsons episode where a house, Treehouse of Horror, the house 7.
Oh, there's so many. of them.
There's
And,
it's like 30.
Yeah,
There's
a lot
no,
of them now.
no, there's
Lisa's
28.
tooth falls out and they pour the Buzz Cola over it. And it
Oh
makes it
yeah,
more
and it comes like make this
sensational.
mega. Oh
It's,
god, I love that.
it's-
You
Came
got
out
my
like that.
grandpa raging about it was black hole theory, wasn't it?
Black
No,
hole
I
theory.
think we were talking about black holes theory like the two of us when we
Yeah.
walked in.
And
Pre-COVID.
he started going on about I don't see how theories work, blah blah blah. and ended up hitting it where I think those many universes inside atoms.
What do you mean it's possible?
No,
What?
it ain't.
Well,
Quarks are there. We know what's inside atoms. Protons.
yeah.
Protons, neutrons, electrons. Inside of them are quarks.
Mistakes are made. I'm going to say
Higher physics. I failed.
Nah.
I
No,
did-
there you go.
I-
That's because you didn't write about the
I
other
was
universe.
Another universe.
That's because Charlie was a dick.
Oh.
Fucking off into the server rooms for a quick wank halfway through the class.
Shout out to Dr. Davenport for being the best teacher.
Oh, clearly. Like, I mean, I do like, you know, have you guys watched Rick and Morty?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, you know, oh, you should.
I have watched parts. It's not my thing.
Yeah, well, anyway,
It
you know
seems
the,
like my thing. But it's just not. I can't get
you
into
know
it.
the, he uses a microverse to power his car.
Yeah, and then the microverse has a
Microverse
microverse
inside.
His car battery.
Yeah, there's a
And
mi-
then the
yeah,
microverse inside that
it keeps
microverse
going,
has a
it keeps going.
microverse.
It keeps saying there's a microverse that powers this, then there's a
You
microverse
should
that powers
definitely
that.
watching Rick and Morty.
Sorry?
The
It's
last
just
time I
like-
checked, he's not got a car battery that's made out of microverse matter, so. pretty
I mean, it's, I guess it's theoretically
It's theoretical.
possible.
I guess when we can boil it down, everything's theoretically possible.
Well, it's theoretically possible that gamma radiation genuinely will turn you into the Hulk. But it won't. The probability is so low.
I think we should talk about radiation in another episode because I think that deserves its whole episode. I could rant and rave.
Oh, I think that needs...
Pripyat in Chernobyl.
Alright, that needs to be a
Reactor
different one.
4,
Anyway,
I think that.
there's a
You
lot
write
of
that
theories
down.
behind that.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a lot of theories behind
I
that.
don't have a theory. Like, I just
No,
find
it's
it
like-
interesting.
Like, do you think that there's a theory of... Shut up!
Yeah, what do you
I
mean?
had atom bomb baby stuck in my head, right?
What? Because I'm talking about Chernobyl.
No,
You'd better not sing about singing about I don't know about a more Rust song.
Fallout.
No, what I'm saying, is there more like
I
No,
think
I know.
Fallout is a bit more known about...
no, but Rust is like Chernobyl, is it not?
I don't know, I don't play it.
What game am I getting?
I don't play it, but I'm quite sure... When I think of like post-apocalyptic games, the first one I immediately go to is Fallout.
Yeah,
The best one.
no, it probably is that it's the most well-known one. Yeah,
Oh,
Apart from Fallout 76, that explains.
That's
shite.
Sorry, Scott, I don't play it anymore. I know you spent money on it, but
Did you buy it?
No,
No,
still bought it.
my friend Scott bought it, and
I
got it for my
got
Christmas,
I
and I was-
pre-ordered it.
Oh, why?
I was really looking forward
'Cause
to
it was
play it because
awesome.
it was sold to me really well, and I just
16 times the detail.
I couldn't get in. Yeah,
Running
and
on
the
same
two of
engine
them
that
were
was
running about
Skyrim.
knowing what they were doing, and I was
It's,
just kinda,
I'm quite sure it's the
trotting
same
about.
engine Oblivion was on.
No, Oblivion, they updated after.
No, I know, but it's
Skyrim
fucking
engine.
hell, this shit is old.
Got-
It needs to be
got to
taken
get
out
it
of the
though,
back and shot.
oh dear,
Right, exactly.
and Lenny.
That fucking
Get
engine.
Todd in, get him to fix this. Get us a new engine.
No.
I was gonna say Jim.
No, Todd.
Anyways, there's there's
Your
theories
grandpa
around.
doesn't run fucking Bethesda.
No,
Yeah.
that's not the Jim I was talking about. Fixing things.
Anyways, there's theories around Chernobyl that it was like some of them are like from the bizarre to the kind of you can see where they're coming from. Like the bizarre ones are like it was done on purpose. Or it was
Oh,
like
yeah.
a political statement or something like that.
It was Mothman, we all know.
It was no.
Was that not in New Jersey?
No, there
I
was,
don't know.
there was apparent sightings of Mothman at
At Chernobyl.
Chernobyl before
Oh,
it
yeah.
went off as well.
Yeah. Mothman's trip to Ukraine.
Oh, but have you ever played the game Stalker?
Yes.
You know what happens when you actually get to the center of the reactor. Well, of whatever's making these weird anomalies. Anyways, some people say,
I was
"Oh,
thinking
that
a
is."
completely wrong game when you said Stalker. I was thinking Postal. For some reason.
It's a completely different game. But yeah, you know, some people think that is actually what's happening at Chernobyl with like the elephant's foot and whatnot. Like that's creating these weird like anomalies around the place.
Probably, man. Yeah. Honestly, well done.
So yeah, there's that. Some people say that is actually what's happening at it. Like it's created like some sort of wormhole into docking into the get into like some sort of weird god or something, and he'll grant you your wishes.
Elephants into. Wait, what? The elephant foot?
What the? Do you
know
know
the
the elephant
elephant
foot?
No.
The elephant foot is basically what the remains of the core are.
Oh, right. Is that what
It's just it's still so hot that I think it instantly will set
Why is
anything
it
on
called
fire
the elephant foot?
because it looks like one.
It just resembles an elephant foot.
It just looks like one.
I didn't know that's what they called it. I just thought it was.
Aye.
No, the bit that didn't blow up.
No, it is the bit that did blow up. It's just what's left.
It didn't. It imploded.
Well,
See, that's the
no,
thing,
it can't.
RBMK reactor can't explode. It isn't possible unless you dropped a bomb on it. Oh,
Okay,
then-
it's
no,
itself.
then
Okay, it's itself didn't.
can't explode. It melted in on itself
And then that
imploded.
Yeah, it created the steam. It's flashed the steam, and that's what caused the explosion.
I'll get a picture there.
No, we know what happened. I know what it is, and it's
but the
relevant
viewers
anyways.
might not.
We are not. How are you going to do that? I can easily just bring one up on the
Yeah,
video,
If you can bring one up just about here, I'll put my thumbs up.
just on top of your phone.
Just there you go.
No, no, I'll
Right
put it on
there,
top. I'll
you
put it on top.
the
Of,
episode,
I'll put it on top of your face.
Thanks.
Just around here.
Yeah.
Just around here.
Probably.
Uh,
No, but no, did you see the selfie next to the elephant's foot? It's the
Aye.
most dangerous selfie. The guy looks like a ghost.
the guy
You can see
probably
that-
is dead.
You can see through the. Oh no, yeah,
Yeah, it was me.
The guy is.
Was it you? You're dead inside anyway.
Yep.
But did you watch? I think you did. You watched the TV show?
No,
It's
I've
not.
watched
Good. It's
it.
not
No.
good.
I watched part.
It's
I
not.
liked it.
It's
I'll-
not true.
It's not true.
And that's
And-
which is the problem, in my opinion.
I watched
I
the
think-
bit in the hospital, but I never actually watched the full thing.
Well, you know that you watched it. You know the bit with the. This is how inaccurate it is. And I get where they're coming from. They're trying to make it a horror, but you know what? It's a real thing that happened. I think a lot of people are going to misconstrue it as a docu-series.
Aye,
I
that's
see
the problem.
See the bit with the liquidators where they go under into the cooling.
Aye.
Up to 2005, they were all alive, all three of them.
Mm.
Two of them are still alive, but one of them died in 2005. So just goes to think they didn't die because they were under it.
No,
I mean, it was
the one that was the one that died, not what, like heart attack.
Yeah, it was like a heart attack or
It wasn't
something that was
radiation.
it wasn't going to happen because of radiation.
Aye.
I think it was cardiac arrest.
Something like that. Which I guess is
Cardiac
not.
arrest
Which I
or
guess is
stroke or
normal-ish.
something like that.
That's
Which
normal-ish.
when you get older, you're more susceptible to.
Aye. Well, he would only be like in his 60s, I guess, 60s, 70s,
Well, if he was about, well,
20, 30s.
25, 30,
He'd be.
during Chernobyl,
Was it 84?
I think that was 84,
So
85.
36 years later, so he'll be in his 60s.
I'm not in the right frame of mind after a couple of drinks, so. Like, if I was sober, I could probably tell you. Like, I know that the minute it happened on it was. I can tell you down to the millisecond when it happened because it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was 23 minutes past 1
Mm-hmm.
in the morning.
I don't think God did. If it was God,
which is strange enough.
Yeah.
Honestly.
God,
It-
that coincidence is like you would need like some sort of.
It's insane the fact that's how it went down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's probably why there are so many theories. There's like, oh, the government is too convenient. But these,
Yeah, it's because the Soviet government
'Cause the
blew up their own reactors
Aye.
for a good time.
I think that the main talking.
I don't.
point,
Why
I
would
think
they
it's that-
though?
Well, exactly. They were in deep competition with the USA at this time just to be the better country.
Yeah. Why
They're,
just
they're
detonate?
not just going to detonate.
So it could have been a US.
I doubt that.
I would doubt that.
Highly
as well,
doubt that.
but,
because how.
Because if that got uncovered that it was a US, that would have sparked war.
That was exactly that was
Yeah.
spark war. Millions potential. Well, I'm quite sure that wouldn't just spark
We'll
war
never
with
know how many people died for Chernobyl.
no. I'm quite sure
Yeah,
that
well,
I'm quite sure that it wouldn't just spark
No,
war
never.
with the USSR. I'm quite sure it would also spark war with even some people in NATO because the
Yeah.
radiation cloud went all the way over here still.
Well, they were
Yeah,
filming The
they're
Princess Bride in Europe and they had to stop filming. I think there's a lot of other films as well. That's the one that springs to mind for me. They had to stop filming and then evacuate because the dust cloud was
probably
that thick.
find it would have ended in World War III.
Yeah. So
or NATO.
I would have been at a different.
Or at least NATO disbanded.
Yeah, because if that actually happened, then I'm quite sure Britain. Right, you gotta remember, France already fucking hates the US. Yes, at that time, probably still does. It fucking hates it. Hates the US. Like, it didn't rejoin NATO until 2006 or something like that.
My favourite NATO fact was that Soviet Russia tried to join it.
Ukraine are trying to join it just now.
Yeah, that's a
What?
bit different now. NATO was set up to take down the Soviets,
And the Soviets tried to join.
and the Soviet Russians tried to join it.
And there was nothing to say that they couldn't.
There's
No.
nothing to say that they can't.
Yeah, but what?
And also, if they join, but the thing is that if they did join, there would be no point in NATO.
There's still, well, there's not a point in NATO right now, is there? There's no Soviet Russia.
Well, there's still Russia with its 18,000 nukes or something like that.
80,000.
Whatever.
No, 80 million.
for the war against.
Which was the most nukes in the world.
Okay,
For
80
the war-
million nukes?
80 million nukes.
I highly doubt it was 80 million
Google
nukes.
it.
I'm quite sure it's just like 18,000.
Google it.
I'm not gonna Google. I can't, anyways.
Say you got one spell, a pen's going off your head.
Alright.
Bang it.
Bing's gonna just send you a Google.
Firefox.
Firefox is just not. Firefox is like your Internet Explorer or your Chrome.
Have you seen the new Firefox logo?
No.
Crap.
Yeah,
Was it not like
shit.
Is it changed? I thought it was a fox.
It's
So it's
way.
like
It's
anything
more
in the world.
simplified. It's more. No, it's not Fenrir.
The world on fire or something?
No.
No.
Sorry.
It's not the fox anymore.
No.
No. It's literally just.
It's just like this orange bar.
Yeah, it's like a file thing.
It's
weird.
shit.
Alright, okay.
I hate that now. Like they're simplifying logos and whatnot. It's down and down and down because what we're fucking 4.
Ah, we got it.
They've got 4-year-olds designing them. Did you not know?
What is this in China?
Just look at the Tesla truck, Cybertruck.
Oh, the
I like that, though.
Cybertruck guy.
See, I made fun of that when it first came out.
Yeah, but
But now
let's
that I
be-
look at it,
let's be honest, Elon Musk probably drew that when he was 4 and thought, okay, I'm
no.
making that.
I think
No,
that
you've
was-
done that on a
I could
PS.
draw
You done it.
I could draw it now.
I
He
think-
did it. He done it on a PS1.
I think that was I think that was XRC12. That's a shout.
I know.
That's
That's.
a XRC12.
I know. It's not pronounced that.
No, it is pronounced that.
Even
No.
the pickup truck version here.
Aye. Didn't it? There was a pickup version of it,
That's
wasn't
what
it?
I'm drawing.
No, it is. It's X because it's an XC. That's
X.
pronounced Ash.
No, it's
E12.
X-AE.
Yeah.
That's the one letter.
A is the ones that's pronounced Ash.
Yeah. Then dash 12.
Dash 12.
Yeah.
So
It's the
XR12.
weirdest fucking name in the world. It
Yeah.
shouldn't been allowed.
I mean, I feel bad for the boy. I mean,
Yeah, 'cause
Under
the guy
most
growing up, the
circumstan-
Why
boy
are you
growing
fucking
up.
bad for him? His
Un-
dad's Elon
no, I know.
Musk.
No, but he's still gonna get fucking bullied.
But then again, his dad's Elon Musk. We just
He'll not
send the
bully
billies to
you.
Mars. Like,
Send
Enjoy
him to Mars.
enjoy that, fuckwits.
Just
He'll not bully school. He'll be private educated.
Nah, I don't even think.
Aye,
I
of course
think.
so.
Look,
House education.
I mean, it's probably. the
His
best
dad
for
will
him.
probably teach him.
I don't think Elon's got the time.
That's just a
There you
fucking
go.
car.
That's the Cybertruck.
That's just a
But no,
fucking
I
car.
actually do like the look of the Cybertruck now. It's kinda grown on
Fine
me.
then, sorry, I'll
No,
finish.
you've not-
Oh great! Now
you've
I know
not
what
got
to
the
get you
key.
for your next birthday. Just a fucking PS1, and
If
you'll
you
love it.
want to get me a Cybertruck, then by all means.
No, I'm gonna
buy
get you
it.
a fucking PS1.
Well,
Everything looks like a
I'm half
Cybertruck in
I was
that.
half expecting you to get dueling pistols at this rate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
much.
oh no, you've not got the wee crack in the window. For the
Yeah, with the
demonstration.
fucking ball.
There you go.
Well, some problems still need to be worked out.
I seen him. I think it was. I think it was a podcast. I think it was probably Joe Rogan's podcast. And they think that when they were using a sledgehammer, they hit a corner.
And there's a wee
Yeah,
tiny
and
crack.
because
The bit that he said was literally they were backstage throwing everything they could have found.
which is
at it.
understandable.
Makes
I mean,
sense.
They were throwing speakers.
Like you
and
were throwing
stuff
like speakers and chairs and stuff at the back. Which I mean, if it withstands all of that, then
Eventually, it's gonna break.
eventually like,
Yeah,
everything's
yeah.
got its breaking point.
Put
Even my patience.
it in this camera. There we go. There we go. It's right
That's
there.
beautiful.
Well, we tried to talk about Furies, and I don't know.
Yeah,
I think we kind of.
we tried now.
I think that's the name of the series. The actual name of the series. We tried to.
We tried.
We tried.
I've said that too much in my life. Anyway.
I tried.
Well, I've tried.
Would you get a Tesla?
Would I get a Tesla? I think
A Tesla
honestly,
or the Cybertruck?
Just a Tesla.
Just a
Oh,
Tesla in
aye,
general.
of course.
only if they came down in price. But if
Well, that's
the-
that's going to happen eventually anyway.
obviously,
Well,
I think
well,
was it
it's the
Boris
same
said-
thing. It's the same thing as
2030 gas.
you can
Yeah.
get that for a like it's
Petrol.
either that or it's either a Tesla or like a Porsche or something like that.
So
Petrol and diesel cars aren't allowed to be sold anymore
what
2030.
by 2030 in the UK.
Aye.
So that means
No, they can't. I think they can still.
No, they can't be.
No,
No,
I think they can
commercially.
Still be distributed, but
Commercially,
that
they can't be.
insurance is higher.
No, they can't.
No,
The
No.
insurance
Commercial.
goes
No,
up
I think
for
it's
them.
commercially. You can do it industrially.
Yeah,
but not
you can't-
commercially.
You can't buy them anymore after
No.
2030. So you'll probably find what 35. You'll still be diesel and petrol.
Majority of your cars.
But after that, they've really got to double down on the electric.
I mean,
'Cause
some of these things are like.
Let's be honest, the noise electric cars are pointless in this country.
There's not enough.
There's
Not
no
enough.
charging points.
No.
No, the only place there's charging points are the universities.
It's like middle of
It's like-
Glasgow or
I
middle
mean,
of Edinburgh.
my whole job
That's
is to
really
travel around
Really,
the Scotland.
If you were
I say the UK, but
well,
I was
going from
Scotland and Berwick.
here, Hamilton, Motherwell, Bothwell,
Mm.
Uddingston,
That's not a problem.
and to Glasgow and back, that's about all you would be able to do.
No, it's 400 miles you
Yeah,
can get
but I
in it.
mean, in like, where are you gonna find a charging point after you
Glasgow
pass
Uni.
that?
Glasgow,
no,
yeah, you
no.
can get it in Glasgow
That's
Uni,
what I
Science
mean.
Centre,
After
Science
that-
centre, the big
after
tourist
Glasgow-
attractions.
Aye.
After Glasgow,
Edinburgh.
Falkirkshire next.
Stirling,
Yeah, aye.
Edinburgh.
Falkirk and Stirling.
Yeah.
I don't think
and then
Stirling.
after
Stirling.
them,
Stirling Uni.
Ones in Stirling.
Stirling
yeah,
Uni.
and then
Yeah.
after them, you're talking Aberdeen.
No,
Yeah.
Edinburgh. Edinburgh.
No, I mean going up the way.
Oh, the Perth?
I highly doubt Perth's got a fucking charging point.
I've not spent enough time in Perth. I
They
couldn't
might
tell you.
have one if you're
If
lucky.
I've not been- There
Aye.
probably is one.
But that's what I mean. The further out you go, the harder it's going
Well,
to be.
see,
Well,
look,
aye, of course
okay,
it will.
look, see, just out of Dun, just
pull up to
out of
somebody's
Dundee.
drive, just like
Yeah.
that.
But again,
Can I
but
charge
again-
my
but-
car?
But again, it's 400 miles. You can go all the way up to Inverness and back.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
Inverness is what, 220
Yeah, but
miles?
you're
220
Well,
miles?
you're taking traffic into account.
Inverness.
Aye.
You're
is
not going to just stop your car at a set of traffic lights.
Well, always, I know that. I'm not.
Inverness without traffic,
So that's
like,
told
is 3 hours up.
Mm.
My grand got up in the caravan. I went once. It was like so many roadworks and that.
So
It took me 9 hours.
Aye.
But that's not a joke. Don't worry.
It's like-
I would
So
never
like,
caravan all
if you
take a
went
caravan.
from
No,
the-
I would just buy a caravan at Inverness.
Oh no! No! It stayed there. Like they took it up once and left it.
That's
Oh,
And
okay.
paid the
If
site
you
fees
had
and that.
one and tried to drive it from Glasgow to Edinburgh,
Mm.
but if you hit that Edinburgh bypass,
Oh, the bypass is horrible.
you're going to be
Especially now.
fucked.
See, especially
Again, it's 400 miles in
Well,
it.
yes,
They're not
so-
going to
Well,
be
like,
there for
say,
what?
Say you did like you leave Glasgow at rush hour.
I
Aye.
hit the bypass.
Try and get out of Glasgow at rush hour. You're in that traffic for easy an hour.
I hit the
Actually,
bypass
No.
at 3 trying
No.
to come home. I wasn't.
No, it's actually it's harder to get into Glasgow than it is to get out of Glasgow.
I was
No.
in a taxi coming back from college for like an hour and a half before.
Have you been right?
Trial.
I've been no.
Try
You
to
need
leave Glasgow at rush hour.
see trying
It's a pain
to see
in
being
the
in that
arse.
Edinburgh bypass now that all the idiots are back out on
Aye.
the roads again. It's
Oh,
it's
you're
so
in
long.
there, you could
You-
be stuck in there for two
3 hours.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know that.
Especially now, all the idiots are out. They're just like, oh, we'll go a day out. No, please don't.
Don't.
It makes my job a whole lot easier. I mean, yeah, I'm not driving, but I still need to get there. And I'm
You still need to get places.
Yeah.
Did you draw a tank?
Yeah, I drive a it's a Mark
Is that
5.
meant? Is that a tank?
Yeah, it's Mark 5.
Why are you diddling in the first place?
I do it all the time. You
Ah, yeah, you should see my notes.
See-
I'll
see
get
my
so many bits
college-
of paper around my room just what Kilroy was here and
my,
stuff.
my college notes.
Clearly paying attention.
Look, when you get to a point where it's a 6 hour day, you've been in class for 4 hours already. and
I
you're
can't wait until you get a job and you try and justify that. Well, I know you're my manager and you should probably give me a
I'll
ball
go
for
off paper.
that, but
Aye, I know I'm
not-
slacking
I
off.
know I'm slacking off, but it's a 6 hour day.
No,
and
but when you're
you,
sitting
you
in-
don't want to do it at a certain point.
and double maths, you already know the stuff the guys.
Bitch, I had triple maths.
And
I had triple
I
mass.
just went for a job.
no,
Easiest thing to do.
double maths on the end of
I just
Monday.
get employed.
You already know the stuff the guy's talking about.
Well, it depends
What
on
are
what
you meant
month
to
you're in.
do?
It depends on what month you're in.
No, literally the guy's doing like National 5 maths.
I had triple mass during higher. Aye, and yet tried paying attention when everything's like here's like a million million letters and whatnot. You need to remember all of them.
That's why I didn't do higher maths.
Yeah, man.
Nah, and
Imagine being able to do higher maths. My
I
brain
did do higher maths.
No, what I'm saying is my brain capacity is not that good for higher maths. I can memorize.
You can barely do a dartboard.
Yeah, exactly. I can memorize like dates of cataclysmic events. I can tell you everything that built up to the First World War, leading to the Second World War. But I can't tell you like my whole 9 times table, man. That's how fucked up my head is. But like priorities, I guess.
Aye. Priorities in the mind.
I'd rather know. That.
Aye. Has it helped you at all in life?
what? History?
Has it?
Yeah.
Aye, so?
Yes. It's fine. No, not to fuck with the Germans.
Yeah. Let the Germans keep their military.
Just let them, just don't piss them off.
Don't get
Personally,
Angela angry.
No, I've
She's
learned a
actually
lot.
retiring, by the way.
Oh, is she?
But I think she's like going out.
Who's
Okay.
coming in?
Fuck
Putin
if I know.
probably.
Is it a guy called Adolf?
No, he's an Austrian angry man with a ridiculous moustache.
I've seen this before. Hey, I've seen this part. It's the-
No, but no, I know it's cliche, but history does repeat itself.
Those who
I mean-
forgets it though.
I mean,
fashion.
you could compare Che Guevara to Obama bin Laden.
No, you can't.
Obama. Oh no, now I'm sounding like one of like those.
No, you can't.
NRA.
Anyways.
No, you could.
How can
You
you?
could if you're looking at it for that side. I'm not like no mind.
How the hell can you compare them?
Trained by the fucking US.
The other was Ernesto.
Because your
Che-
Bin
Che-
Laden wasn't
Martin
trained.
Yeah, he was.
Was he?
Yeah. He was the.
Or was he Mujahideen?
Alright, okay.
He was trained by the US.
Was he
Flight
Mujahideen?
school?
What?
What?
Flight school and also see in the
Military?
first.
I know he was like
Afghan.
incredibly. I know he was like incredibly wealthy and whatnot.
See-
That's
see,
how he
oh,
got
yeah.
like
Yeah,
planes and whatnot.
there's I don't know the country, but
He's
it's
from
one.
Saudi.
It's one. Yeah, Saudi Arabia. That's the one.
The
and it's-
Americans like
they're-
to just kind of.
They're dead
they
they're dead embarrassed them. But apparently all his family and that are nice. It's just he was just like, well, obviously
A
he was
counterbalance.
always was a dick, but yeah, but no, like,
Yes,
It was
was it not?
his family were actually like they're dead nice and
his
really
brother-
like,
his
even
brother's
still
meant to be
Hmm?
a decent guy.
they're all really respected in Saudi Arabia,
Aye.
and they basically built Saudi Arabia,
No,
and he just kind of went away and done his own
Bin
thing.
Laden was trained by the CIA.
I don't know that.
They just like to.
Yeah, they just. Oh, we'll not talk about that. That kind of backfired on us.
Aye.
When the US were over, they trained all the like kind of freedom fighters, if you
Aye.
would, and Bin Laden was one of them. So technically,
Well, technically, the Mujahideen
the
they were funded by the
themselves-
US. They were funded by the US.
I don't
And they
know if
split
it's
off.
fair.
They split off into Al Qaeda and whatnot. So technically, the US funded a terrorism attack against itself.
Oh, they've done it a few times.
Aye.
We'll look at like Iraq. Like, how many times have they sent like weapons over there just to kind of let them fight?
Let them they'll deal with it
And
themselves.
Yeah.
then we go.
And then we go over, like, well, not us, but like that I'm speaking in an American sense. They go over,
Aye.
Mm.
and then they
Where's
end up
your
fighting.
nuclear weapons?
They end up. Where's your weapons of mass destruction?
Mission accomplished.
So go in.
So us being like the pussies our politicians are. Oh, we'll come and help you, America. It's got nothing to do with us.
No,
Why did we go in?
No, it's because if we didn't help, we would have been in the sidelines. Like, they would never send us relief aid if we ever needed it. They would never send us
Are you talking about NATO?
fucking any country.
Where was Canada, France, Spain, Belgium? I can go on.
They were part of Desert Sword and whatnot. Desert Sword, Desert Storm and whatnot. They were part of that operation.
Not Belgium.
Belgium doesn't fucking do anything.
I don't know. I like
Maybe
Belgium.
good chocolate.
They're good
Mm.
too. Oh, remember the chocolate
It's literally a
shop, right?
country built so that Britain, France, and Germany can fight their differences
I
over
don't know.
it.
I feel like
They gave us
Belgium is a
Poirot.
Pourvoir.
Oh yeah.
Pourvoir, not Poirot. Is it Pourvoir?
Poirot.
I don't know.
I've
But
never read.
technically, and
I
which
wouldn't-
one we gave is Poirot.
Yeah.
Aye.
But if it wasn't for Belgium,
They gave the
they wouldn't
Germ.
have given us-
They gave the Germans really good roads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the Romans though.
No, the Belgians gave the Germans really good roads to use.
Ah, but
They
the
also,
Romans gave them roads.
Mm.
Like Clonbell, quite a bit.
What?
The Belgians.
Oh, they do like the Columbia.
Mm.
They really, they used to really like Clonbell.
Mm.
Belgium, I think that's Stella Artois is like known as like a higher up drink.
It's pretty
And-
good.
But then when you come over here, like if you drink Stella, you're known as a wife beater.
I don't understand
That's
that.
quite the. I think it's more of a stereotype because like see if I tell you if I say
Well,
wife
if you
beater,
go on to
let
the
me go, I'm
continent,
going to say to you, Connor, wife beater. Picture one. Let me guess, right? He's sit like this big broly like
wife beater
bald,
vest, like
English
no armed
guy.
vest.
Well, that's no armed wife beater vest, a big golden chain, Rottweiler sitting next to him, and a canister of Artois. Is that what you're picturing in your head?
I don't think golden chain, but close. I'll give you.
More or less.
Aye.
Okay, without the chain,
Yeah, I've been watching what.
I don't think he would be
That's
drinking
sitting
Stella.
in his
though.
armchair.
I still don't think he would be drinking Stella. He'd probably be drinking like Bud Light or something. Like that.
Sitting watching Arsenal play football.
Bud Light's like a
Alright.
redneck or a kind of maybe a 30s drink. No, I know a lot of people in their 30s that drink Bud Light.
Yeah, Bud Light.
Bud Light, yeah.
Why it's shit.
I don't know.
I just don't like
I could say
beers.
that about all
Really
beer.
like
I'm not
beer.
really a big beer or lager fan. I like more like the tastier, like whiskey and. Fuck off!
Sangles.
Look at all these. Like the fucking.
I come from a long line of drinkers though, so.
Do you really want to be saying that? Do you really want to be saying
His
that?
dad was a drinker. His dad was a drinker. His dad before him was a drinker. I'm gonna be a drinker.
Are you sure you want to be saying that on something that you potentially your parents could watch? What you're here?
Well, who do you think I drink with?
Well, I guess.
No, it's actually it was my mum and my
Mum?
it was my mum and like my grandpa and that kind of got me into whiskey, and you know what? No, I like that because it's quite good for your health as well.
Alright.
It's not good for your liver, but it's good for your heart. No, it actually is. So it's like it's good for your heart.
It's good for the
but
health
on
as
other
it
side, your
chugs down the
liver, it's
vodka.
No, I don't have a whiskey very often. Jack Daniels is different. That's like kind of like a drink. You see me drinking Jack Daniels a lot, but I only drink Jack Daniels when I'm going out.
Hmm?
So like, see if I'm coming here and I buy a
Aye.
bottle of Jack Daniels, I don't drink Jack Daniels in the house. I only drink it when I'm out. So
Why?
I don't know. It just that's probably why I've got so many fucking bottles in my room. Jack Daniels, just these full like 70
Aye, that's the
bottles.
reason. That's the reason.
Well, let's be honest. Like, if I was that mad alky that you're describing me as, then I would have tanned them all. So
Fair enough.
don't you write down Matthew's alcoholism?
Just got back to Diddle.
No, he's your
Fair enough.
he's your therapist. He's a therapist. Don't worry.
So, what suicidal tendencies have you had today?
None. This week's been a good week.
Good.
You ask me that
Yeah, my
every.
parents will not be
You
watching
ask me that
episode one.
every week, and the answer's the same every week.
How's the nightmares?
Nightmares. What am I the Punisher? I start calling. My real name's Frank. So. Nah.
You dodged the question there.
Mm.
How's the nightmares?
I've not had nightmares in a while.
Have the men visited you recently, Matthew?
Not in the
No.
dreams.
Ah.
Not in the dreams.
Who were the grey men with the big eyes?
The
Oh.
van with the lab coats and the van with the square wheels are coming for you.
I believe I've spent enough time in the company of death.
You are a special person, aren't you? And not in the special type of like, oh, he needs help. He needs like help.
He's beyond help.
Aye.
Yeah.
There's no way he's.
No one's helping me. That's the way I like it.
Apart from the alcohol.
It's me and Mr. Daniels. You're not so fucking perfect yourself, you dick.
I know I'm not perfect.
You've got a litre of vodka there.
Yeah, but if you've not noticed, right?
Right, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've drunk that over 2 days.
No.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
I
That's
wo-
what, like 50 mil?
I
50, 100
opened
mil?
that, I opened
Fuck
that at
off.
Johnny's last night.
I watched you crack that this morning.
This morning,
This morning? No, you put in your porridge.
I opened it at
Honestly.
Johnny's last night.
It's like
Wait,
horrible.
were you staying at Johnny's?
No, I didn't stay. We left
I
at
was there for a couple
12.
of nah, if even.
And
It
I've
was
done the.
like, no, I think it was like 11:30 or something like that.
No,
he was like in
it
his
was
bed.
12. It
Was
was
it?
20 past 12 or so. I cracked that at what? 8 o'clock.
My mum asked me why you back so early. I was like, it was not early. I'm up in my bed.
You're.
So I went out of the house, made popcorn, went upstairs and put on the bad batch, then fell asleep after it.
Oh,
That was my night.
that was the end of my night after I finished everything with my videos. Videos, I just watched the Bad Batch and I was like, yeah, that's alright.
So how is your whole streaming and that treating you?
Alright. I would love to sleep now have a good sleep every day, but guess I can't.
No. What I'm saying though is like, have you started thinking about like X videos?
What?
OnlyFans?
No.
No.
Feet pick.
Aye, that'll get me going.
Having Molly's pinky toe.
Can I ask Bethany for some high heels?
You surprisingly suit high heels, don't you?
That's the way it starts.
Can
I don't
work
suit
in
high
them
heels.
very well.
You look like the way you did that is like you had some like PTSD. Oh, go.
When you can walk better in the high heels than the lass in the owns.
How many times have you walked in high heels? when you're going out to the car to help your mum with the shop, you put your mum's high heels on.
Nah, my slippers. Got little slippers for that.
Oh god.
I just put on Crocs. Yeah, they're actually a proper Crocs, like they're like. No, I don't have them on now.
No, there was.
I don't understand why anybody has fucking Crocs.
Well, they're good for just like hanging out the washing and that.
Post
No, they're
Malone
not. They're
likes
fucking
Crocs.
awful.
Post Malone likes Crocs.
Yeah, there you go. Celebrity in
Point
person.
example.
He made his own
I will
Crocs.
strike you.
True, he does look like a donkey nowadays.
Oh,
That
like,
way
no,
he
it was
cut
like,
his hair off.
have you watched the It's a Raid music video with Ozzy Osbourne?
No.
Aye.
Post Malone. See if you look at it right,
The
also you
hairdo
can't
just
play it.
doesn't suit
See
him.
his hairdo, he looks like Bobby Hill.
I don't
He
see why
does.
he chopped
God
out his
damn
hair
it,
off.
Bobby. Nah, he looked
Mm.
better. It's not my place to say, I guess. Posty, I love you, man. Please give me free tickets to your next concert.
I highly doubt he's good listening to this.
Nah,
If he is, and like,
I do, but
if he is, like, if this ever picks
Sorry
up
for
steam
calling
like
you a
3
donkey.
years in advance, and
you are slagging him off. I point that out. I'm defending him, but you don't. You don't like Bobby
his
Hill.
music's good, but like,
It's brilliant.
it's
Aye, Post Malone.
like just grow your hair back.
Just go. So if you get any messages for
go on, grow your hair back.
for Post Malone right now,
Grow your hair back or get a wig.
No, I don't get a wig.
don't get a wig. It's a big mohawk right at the top.
Aye, that's
on a mullet.
that's exactly what he needs.
Are you seen it coming back into fashion?
What?
Mullets.
Mullets?
Mullets.
Are they?
Yeah.
What fashion are you watching?
No, a little rugby players.
Are you sure are you sure you're not just
Yeah,
watching
it's like- I
rewinds?
forgot.
Like
No.
replays?
Honestly.
I forgot Rob.
Oh,
Rob
yeah.
is the pinnacle of fashion.
You
With
get like
This year's the old got this.
the Scotland team's walking down the runway in Milan.
Aye, that's exactly what we need.
Can I have a Haribo?
No brands.
Can I have a Star Mix?
Oh god. Well, that's just been going on for an hour now, nearly an hour now.
We're calling that quits on the
I think we
first
call that
podcast.
quits in the first squad. That's I think that was.
I'm quite sure me trying to think up a name for this episode alone is going to take me another few days.
Nah, just do it.
It's 11 o'clock at night and we're fucked.
Just do 0-0.
Goodbye.
Just do